How's it? Today is Tuesday, November 12th. It is a clean and jerk day, and I got some good news today. Today went very well. Last week I had some issues with how difficult the deadlifts were. Clean deadlift last week was up to three sets of three at 151, and today I actually went up, and I feel like I can continue going up. Um, yeah, a little bit about my complex here. I switched from just block power cleans to mimic Monday's snatches, because it was block power snatches and then block full snatches on Monday, kind of give or take more or less. And so I wanted to mimic that and mirror it and move to block power clean plus block clean, which is the full clean right here, and then power jerk. Still going up in weight here, so we're at 109. These power cleans at 109 are ridiculously easy, and that bodes very well for my level of confidence. It feels like I am. It feels like I am competent again with some of the power clean stuff. You know, last week, I mean, I feel like it was still a little bit easier than the Monday, but it was still hard. It was still challenging, but it feels like I'm getting back to the point where I feel like I can do well with the power clean, and hopefully that also means that I can do well with the regular clean in itself. Here's my first set. I do want to apologize as well. Some of the video, ooh, run off the platform. Some of the video lighting is not optimal. It was very, very, very rainy, and it was very overcast, and like it kind of started to the light from outdoors started to get a little bit inconsistent. So sometimes the sun would peek out, and then it would get extremely bright. So I try my best to set my cameras to accommodate for that, but clearly I did not do a good job. But yeah. Um, I think one thing I'm thinking about for my power cleans is just trying to be a little bit more aggressive, like into the catch in itself, right here. Trying to whip my elbows around it as quick as I can. I noticed that when I think about that for the snatches, not the power snatches, because power snatches are kind of its own struggle, but the snatches for like full snatches on Fridays, if I have that mentality of being a little bit more aggressive, then everything else kind of lines up and it feels like I'm not as scared. And so that has been helping me a lot. So hopefully that will kind of stick in the clean portions of my lifting. After that, this is the biggest change that I made for my deadlift section. I added an extra warm up set. So I did a set at 100, then 130, and then went to weight at 154, which is again 3 kilos heavier than I did last week. And last week at 130, that's my only warm up set that I did last week. It was very, very painful off of the ground with my lower back, and today there was no pain, like at all. Here is 154. It was just very challenging. The weights were just very heavy, but it felt like I was still able to move. I had Jay kind of helping me push, and I told him, I was like, I don't know. Last week I didn't think I was going to be able to do 151 for three sets of three. And after this first set, the way that the first rep moved, I was just like, oh, like I can do this. I am more than capable of doing this. And so hopefully I'll be able to increase this to 160. 160 for clean deadlifts at three sets of three. That seems attainable and realistic, and it seems like that's going to be a good place for me to be at strength wise. And so that would be in 2 weeks. So like towards the end of November, right? How far is that? So 19th, 26th, yeah, something like that. Here's my third set. This last rep was pretty hard, but I think that is to be expected given how last week went and how much heavier this is today. I do think it moved okay. My lower back does get a little bit flexed, but at the end of the day, um, you know, 7 out of these 9 reps was just really good. So yeah. After that, I did my dumbbell rows, my RDLs, my GHD sit-ups, and then my dumbbell overhead walks. I feel like I'm starting to enjoy lifting weights again, and it's really strange to have to say that out loud, but I feel like that is where I'm at right now, and I'm pretty happy with how that's starting to feel. I think a big thing is getting my legs under me. Metaphorically speaking, getting my legs under me is, making sure that I know what I'm doing and moving in the direction that I want to. Whereas, if you're kind of going out and doing things with no plan, if you don't have your legs under you, then like how do you know what's going to happen next? Like you have no opportunity to adjust to any changes that might happen or difficulties that you might encounter or whatnot. But in a more literal sense, getting my legs under me in the Tuesdays, it's only been 2 weeks or 2 Tuesdays. It hasn't even been 2 weeks yet, but 2 Tuesdays. I just feel like I've accomplished so much more last week Tuesday and yesterday than I have in a very long time by being, admittedly a little bit dumb, trying to push intensity and volume at the same time. So hopefully this kind of progress sticks and this feeling sticks. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.